In this video, we're going to talk about finding the components of a vector given its magnitude and direction. So we're going to start off with a problem that doesn't have any actual values. So let's call this our vector f, and we want to find the x and y components of this vector. We're also going to say that it is an angle theta above the x-axis. And so what we can do to figure out what the x and y components are is simply form a triangle. So we've been doing a bunch of trigonometry in the other videos. Here's going to be, actually, let's label this f of y, and then the bottom part is going to be f of x. So now that we have a triangle, we can very easily figure out what f of x is by taking the f times the cosine of theta. So in this case, we want to find this length here, and we know that cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So if we really write it out here, we have cosine of theta is equal to f of x over the hypotenuse, and then we just multiply f over here, and that's how we get this equation. All right, so that's f of x. Then we can do the same thing for f of y. This time it's going to be f times the sine of theta. And again, we can write this out really quickly. Sine of theta is equal to the opposite, which is going to be f of y over the hypotenuse, which is our force F. We multiply F over, and that gives us our formula. Okay, so now that we have these two formulas, it's really straightforward to figure out what the different components of a vector are. So let's look at a couple problems. For our first problem, let's say that we have a force of 300 newtons, and it is 30 degrees above the x-axis. Now, using the formulas that we derived in the last section, we can figure out what the what the x and y components of this force are. So f of x, we're going to say, is equal to 300 newtons times the cosine of 30 degrees. From the unit circle, we know that cosine of 30 degrees is equal to the square root of 3 over 2. So let's drop this down. And we can take a 2 out of here. So this becomes 150. And so if we don't want to plug this into a calculator, this can be 150 times radical 3 newtons. But if we do, this comes out to be 259.81 newtons. And this is f of x. Okay, now let's do the same thing for f of y. We're going to say 300 newtons times the sine of 30 degrees. Again, from the unit circle, sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. So 300 times 1/2 is equal to 150 newtons. And there's no extra calculation needed. So we have our two components. And if we wanted to write this using I and j, we could say that F is equal to 259.81 I plus 150 j. For our second problem, let's imagine that we have a force of 200 newtons, and it is at 210 degrees below the x-axis. So we go all the way around, and we end up over in quadrant 2. So again, this is quadrant 1 up in the top right, quadrant 2 in the top left, quadrant 3 bottom left, and then quadrant 4 over here. So we don't really want to deal with some sort of negative 210 degree value. Instead, what we can do is look at this as if it was just a single triangle here, and this angle was 30 degrees. So let's do that. Let's actually get rid of this and do that. So now we have force in the second quadrant at 30 degrees above the x-axis. So we have to keep in mind that this is in the negative x direction. So our f of x component is going to be negative at the end, and our f of y is still going to be positive. Now that we've done this, let's just move that out of the way. We can figure out what the x and y components are. So let's start with f of x. F of x is equal to the force, 200 newtons, times the cosine of 30 degrees. This is going to be 200 newtons times square root of 3 over 2. Take a 2 out of here, this becomes 100. So we have 100 times the square root of 3 newtons. But again, because we're in the second quadrant, and this is the x component, this needs to be negative. If we multiply out the 100 times the square root of 3, we get negative 173.21 newtons. That's f of x. Okay, easy enough. Let's do f of y. This is going to be 200 newtons times the sine of 30 degrees. Sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. So half of 200 is 100 newtons, f of y. Rewriting this using I and j, we have f is equal to negative 173.21 21I plus 100j.